Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Tony, this is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today I've been checking out Greyzone Warfare, which is just released onto Steam into early access for £29.50, but there are some other editions which you can upgrade to whenever you want. Greyzone Warfare is an intense tactical FPS. Join a private military company to explore a vast MMO open world featuring PvEvP and PvE modes. Strategize and survive against human operators and AI enemies while uncovering the mystery of Lamang Island. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe as my channel edges ever closer to its next target of 15,000 subs. And with all that out the way, let's get into the review. I think one of the things to really cover here first is something that I'm seeing most complaints about in Steam if you look at the reviews, and that is performance. I'm going to be upfront, generally it's not great. Like, it seems that it doesn't matter what spec you've got, you could run into problems. I'm running a 3080 with 48 gigs of RAM, and I'm having to run this game on medium. I wouldn't even try on high or higher resolutions like 4K, 2K. I'm running 1080p on medium and it runs pretty good. However, also, I don't know if some people are maybe getting confused about server performance over actual gameplay. The servers cause a lot of issues, slowness, rubber banding. You'll get kicked before the game, during the game, after the game. You can get kicked anywhere but the main menu, but if you do get kicked, you do keep everything that's on your character. It can be a little bit disorientating as well because of that, and sometimes you'll miss shots, you'll not see an enemy because of them performance issues. But there's not much that can be done about server performance at the moment, but definitely dropping your settings is something to do. These can be pretty much overcome in time though, and the developer will work on them. So just starting off with, maybe don't pick this game up until the patches have sorted this, and maybe when the initial hype has calmed down if you're not willing to put up with these issues. Gameplay. This is an indie tactical shooter with an extraction gameplay loop. So you start at your home base, you have tasks and missions to complete which you get from vendors. Once you have picked your task, you head into the world to complete it. Then you can head back to base at any time to hand in or just save what you found out in the world in your stash. What I really like about this, it's not like Tarkov and stuff. It isn't just a single raid or instance. This is persistent while you're in there. So what it means, if you die, you can just go back to the base and then head back out, rejoin your friends quickly and get your stuff back within about 5-10 minutes. And also if you've got loads of cool stuff on you, just head back to base, drop it off and then go back out to complete the mission. There are also some great little quality of life things here, like being able to mark objectives, the compass. The compass makes it so easy for callouts because you can just go, yeah, it's a 280. See that guy running over there? And straight away, everyone knows where to look. Also, to get there quicker, you can ride a helicopter, so you can do fast exfil and infill from locations. You click on the where you want to go to and then click request, and like the helicopter shows up. So it's like just a really cool Uber. I would love to see maybe a few other ways to get around, maybe like a Humvee or boat or something like that, or even maybe an airplane which you can parachute out of. It would be so cool. When you're out in the game world, you can go into buildings, you can loot things. There's quite a few things to find. There's AI to kill and you can get weapons off them. And then the further you go into the world, the better the loot gets and the harder the enemies get. The missions you're given are varied, and they'll just sometimes give you a location, like it might say go to 118-270, and then you look for that on your map, mark it, and off you go. Or some might be like, well, could you head to this general area, and somewhere around there you need to complete the objective. Like I was doing one where you had to find a dead body, and it just said, yeah, it's kind of around the area. So you had to jump in all the backyards and have a look, which was just a really cool way of doing things. And once you've been to a point of interest, it marks it on your map for next time and you get some XP for going there. So it's win-win. Talking about the map, you get like a little mini map, and on there it shows you where all your friendly units are and where your teammates are, which is also fantastic because it means you can just have it up and go, okay, one's there, one there. You don't have to keep asking, is that you jumping around? Is that you doing that? Could you come out and show me where you are? You kind of know where your team is at all points. And I was playing solo, and what I did is follow two other units around behind them. They were just clearing the area, and then I could just walk in and get mission done. It was great. What I liked about the mission system though is it expands you further and further away from your start location. So it means when you first play, you're kept beside everyone else and your team, and then it goes out. And I thought that was a really good gameplay loop. You can play with up to 4 players. I've played with 3, duos, and solo. Solo is obviously way harder because there's no one to revive you, no one to pick you up, no one to cover your 6, but solo is still definitely playable on this game. Moving on to the gunplay and infantry kind of things, the gunplay is really solid, accurate, and I had no issues. Guns are easy to find around the world, it's easy to attach things to them, and it looks very much like Tarkov and how you do it. You can remove attachments and stuff like that. And there's loads of like containers to find, bags, bum bag things, and belts, and you can all put different things in them. Another thing I really liked about the gameplay is, as I discussed before, death isn't so punishing like something like Tarkov. You can get back to base and run back over to where your body is, pick your stuff up and carry on and rejoin your friends within 5-10 minutes max. So it means your friends aren't waiting around ages. Also, it means if you die, you're not just waiting around in a lobby going, find something to do. You can just head back into the game, and I really liked it. But just bear in mind, if you get killed again on the way to your body, your first body will despawn. There's also a coma state, so if you're playing with someone, death isn't the end, you can be revived, and I really like this feature. Also, when I'm talking about who you're with, when you're with friends, you can also heal each other as well, so you can examine that person, see what's wrong with them and heal, which means you don't have to keep dropping meds on the ground all the time for them. You can just do it for them. That is such a cool feature. Infantry style is, as I said, Tarkov. It's drag and drop Tetris. It works really well. I didn't notice any slowdown, and everything goes where it should, and it's really easy to understand. Moving on to graphics, I would say this is where this game shines. The graphics are fantastic. The map is beautiful. The scenery, the trees, assets, all the buildings are filled with stuff, and they all fit within the game world. It's one of the best looking tactical games I've probably seen. When you're flying around in the helicopters, it just looks amazing. Only slight negative I would say is the AI movement is a little bit stiff. They don't really react to getting shot. They just stand there like, ow, what was that? A mosquito? No, I've got a bullet in me. And then just carry on shooting you. And there's a few animations like vaulting's a bit rubbish as no. They're eating animations, they're drinking. I think all them could be improved, and I'm sure there will be over time. But the map is massive and it looks gorgeous. The UI is super good. It's slick, quick to navigate, and I had no issues, especially the health UI displays. It's so good. It was so much information. Sound design, no problem here. The directional sound is informative. You know roughly where shots are coming from, if they're close or far away. The ambient sound is also consistent. Like you can hear crickets, frogs, birds, and you can hear them when you're walking around, and it really adds to the atmosphere. Bugs and performance. There are way too many bugs to mention, and performance is pretty terrible, but I've already covered that. So moving on to conclusion, I think Grey Zone Warfare is going to be a long haul game. This game is going to take a long time to cook. And I think maybe the developer should have worked a little bit more in getting it sorted after the initial Steamer playtest before releasing it. As you can see from the Steam store, it's shown as really bad, and it's not a bad game at all. It's just that people are expecting a bit more. The game has a great gameplay loop, graphics and sound, which most games struggle to hit. Even with the performance, server and optimization issues, I could play this all night. I didn't want to come off last night. I was really enjoying my time. There's not many games that do that now. It has amazing potential, this one. I think if you give this 12 to 18 months, this will be the tactical extraction shooter. It's fun solo. It's fun with friends. You can play against other humans, or you can just go in PvE and play against the AI, which means as a solo, you're not running into groups and it's not too difficult. You can just go out there, get some quests done and get some loot. I totally recommend this game, but bear in mind, you'll be entering at the ground floor and you'll just have to stick with it. It's going to be a bit tough. It's going to be a bit rough. I'm sure the developers are going to make the odd mistake here and there, but we have something good on our hands here. Just at the moment, it needs some more time to cook. And there we have it, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.